So the month of July is going to be very good. It is talking about movement forward, and in the near future there's going to be something, you're going to start to see things coming together in July, but in the near future, meaning the forward month, the future months, August, September, towards the ending of the year, you're going to start to see that in full force. August, we have the Ace of Wands, which is all about new beginnings. So it is a card that represents a new chapter, a new opportunity, a new blessing coming in, something new that may come about, and it's talking about family and home. We got the fall energy, and again, it's pointing more towards the fall, this blessing, but there's a new beginning, and fall to me can also represent things falling through, like for you, things coming together, and a release of negative energy and positive energy coming in. September, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse, so there's a reversing of negativity. Anything that was making you feel compromised or challenged in any way, you're going to feel huge relief in September. I feel like those swords are falling through or falling apart, are going to be releasing, and you're going to have a blessing in that month. And I got within the next few months. Again, they keep pointing to the future. So there's something great and grand coming to you in that time. In the month of, and that is again August, September, October, we have the Nine of Wands, and this is about setting boundaries around you in the month of October, and it's also about being vocal about something, talking about something. So there's a visual energy there. So it is talking about that here. The Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands represents that energy of you know, it is a card that represents the energy that has to do with protection and setting boundaries and all that, okay? All right. Sorry about that, drinking a little bit of water. Okay, so we're going to go again into this month of October. I'm going to pull a card, and I have the Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So there's a plan in place, and to me it's like something like a big protective energy, but also a gift that is coming forward, okay, is what I am seeing with that energy. Okay, so that's what we're picking up. Alright, and we're going to look at November, and we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. So there's going to be a release of anxiety, a release of stress, a release of worry in this month again, November. And I have the helpful people, by helpful people coming in your life, by some sort of help that you're going to be receiving, and you're going to feel really happy in regards to, okay? Alright, and then December, we have the Six of Swords, which is travel, movement, and ending the year in a very positive note, letting go of something difficult, releasing a difficult energy, is what I am seeing here with that. And then we have the communicate clearly. So I need to communicate clearly in the December month with something. Communication is going to be important. But I see that you're maybe traveling ending of the year. There's going to be some sort of travel, some sort of movement forward, positive energy coming in here for you in this month. So a very good year. I didn't, I think it was only 1 month that I saw, not so good cards, but everything else was great. I don't remember which month it was, but you'll know because you've already seen the video. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the astrological part of this reading, which is 12 cards in the 12 houses. Alright, so the first card that we have is the month of the house number 1, and it is going to be the house of you, self, how you see yourself this year. 7 of Swords. So this year you may want to be careful with dwelling on the negative sometimes, or thinking too negatively about something, or too critical about something. This card can also represent self-sabotage, or being careful with other people, trusting others, okay? So it is about anything or anyone trying to take away, taking advantage. So you want to be careful this year with that. This is a card of you. This is a card that maybe you feel or are going to be feeling like, oh, I don't know why this is happening or why this is going on. So that's what I'm seeing with the 7 of Swords with this card. Okay. As the house number 1 is the house of you, house of self. So you want to definitely bring healing. And we saw healing in the cards earlier, so that's going to be great. House number 2 is the house of finances. We have the 6 of Pentacles, and I do see some sort of help coming your way with that. If you're wanting to improve more money, definitely see that here. Okay. In the month of, not the month, I keep saying month. House number 3 is the house of communication and siblings. And I got 5 of Pentacles. So you may have some issues with siblings this year. Or there may be like some sort of challenging energy around siblings. This card can also represent, 5 of Pentacles to me is like a loss of some sort. So maybe a loss in regards to travel. Short trips are not going to be too favorable this year. If you're going to go somewhere, you want to go for a long time, for a week or longer. I'm not saying to not go, but just kind of on the precautious side, try to plan things well with that, because there may be some financial losses if you just kind of go on a whim, with that card coming up in the 3rd house. Okay, 4th house, the house of you, the house of family, the home. And I got Queen of Pentacles. There's some good energy coming in with a woman. So there is some sort of good news coming in with a female. Queen of Pentacles to me always represents a woman that will bring you a lot of happiness and joy and fulfillment. It is a card that talks about abundance. So it is showing abundance here and a positive energy, okay, with this card, okay, with a female. and your family. So there's going to be some good news with that. And then house number 5 is the house of creativity, the house of children, and romance. And I got Ace of Swords, so very well aspected. All those things that I mentioned. Ace of Swords is all about new beginnings, so you may be starting something new this year or creating something new. It's a great year for creativity, for creating new things, for starting stuff. It can also be a great year for romance, of course, because it's the Ace of Swords, a new beginning, especially in air signs, time frames. So Gemini, Aquarius, which we are going to be going into here soon. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, and children. The next house is the house of number 6. It's a house of health and daily routine. 9 of Cups. There's a wish that's going to manifest for you. And a very favorable note. A wish is going to manifest with your daily routine. So if you've been wanting to do something more, you will be getting that. If you've been desiring to, have more time for yourself, less work and more play, you may get that. You're going to get your wish. So a wish is going to manifest around your 6th house, which is all about routine, your daily routine, and your work schedule and your health. Okay. 7th house is the house that has to do with partnerships and contracts. We have the King of Wands, and there's a man that you will be entering a contract with or an important committed relationship with. He's the King of Fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So there's a King of Wands coming up in your marriage house or your house of commitments. And this can also be business too. So maybe you enter a contract in working for a company or something of that nature. Okay. All right. House number 8, the house of taxes, death, transformation, and sex. And we have 10 of Cups. There's a lot of good energy with debt, paying off debt, paying off, anything that you need to pay off. It looks very well aspected for you in this time frame. Okay, so there's a lot of good energy coming for you in that time, which is again the time frame of the 8th house, which is death, transformation, endings, releasing the past, releasing a difficult energy, starting something new. And also it is talking a lot about other people's money, like debt, any debt that you have. It's going to be a great year to pay that off and to release that. 9th house, the house of higher education, philosophy. I got Knight of Cups, and it looks like it's very positive with that. It is a card of options and offers coming your way when it comes to travel and higher education. So higher education, a great time to study, if you're going to school, to continue that. You may get an offer to do something different, or even find something different that may interest you, that may pique your interest. And then we have the house number 10, the house of career. We have the World, and the World is all about completion, success, happy endings, fulfillment, joy. So it looks very well aspected here for you, and I feel like you're going to have a good change in career this year. The 11th house is the house of friendships and social networking. We have the Knight of Swords, and we have a man. Now this man is Machiavellic energy, so I feel like you definitely want to be careful. You may meet someone, and again, a man that you may have a challenging energy with, and we did see that in your summertime, that there was a man that you're going to meet that may be challenging. So that's coming up again in your social networking in this year in your astrology cards reading. So you want to watch out for that person, and he may be, again, I feel like he may be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. And then the last house, number 12, is the house of hidden secrets, revelation, karma, and I have judgment. We have rebirth, new beginnings, answered prayers, connecting with the other side. If you want to do a lot of spiritual work this year, it's going to be a great year for that. If you want to reconnect with someone, you may be reconnecting with someone this year. So I definitely see a lot of good energy in regards to that. Okay? So I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and it has brought you lots of light. Thank you for your patience, as my daughter has been sick, and it's been crazy for me here, but I appreciate your patience very much, And I hope that you've enjoyed this beautiful reading. Angel blessings. Wishing you a beautiful year ahead. Big hugs.